way too high. But they have to take the whole nation into consideration. This ratio of the family we put in here is 30%. That's what that number is right there. So it's 10% below what they recommend. It's still about 20% over what I recommend. So that gives you that information in the debt tracker. Now, going down, this is the one you're going to like. Debt Eliminator. Now watch this. Here's all of our debts, smallest to greatest. JCPenney to the mortgage. Here's your balance. Here's your interest. Here's your minimum payment. Here's your fast track fund. Here's the number of months it's going to take you to pay it off, and here's the date it'll be paid off. What else would you want? Now watch this. Up here at the top is the start date we're going to get out of date. Let me tell you something. This is the date the children of Israel stacked up the stones in the Jordan River as a day of witness. We're going to start getting out of debt this day, right? Fast track amount. This is the amount I talked about in the fast track. So in this case, this family we've got in the profile makes $6,550 a month, so their fast track fund is $655. And then what this date, debt-free date, this is the date you're going to be debt-free. Now watch this. This is the same family that we have in the software. We've already looked at them. I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to put their fast track fund at 10%, $655. Everybody watch the red number right here. When I go enter this, they will be debt-free on the 11th of May, 2016. When are they starting? January 1st, 2011. How long is that? Somebody say it loud. 5 years and what, 4 months? 5 months? I'm telling you that 5 years and 5 months is going to go by whether you get out of debt or not. It's going to happen. Now watch this. This will blow your mind. Our JCPenney debt got paid off in 1.19 months. Our Visa card got paid in 2.64 months. Now you understand, these are hard calculations, but it also depends on what time of the month that you make your payment. So this 1.19 may end up being 2 months by the way you pay the debt. Who cares? A couple of months it's paid off. Look at this, guys. You get down here to your vehicle, everything but your mortgage is paid off in how long? 12, 13, 15, 17, 19, 20, about 22 months. In 22 months, everything else is paid off. 2 cars, 3 or 4 credit cards, JCPenney's, the whole thing is paid off in 22 months. It takes another 42 months to pay off your mortgage. 42.98. Now you might be saying, you might ask the question, where am I going to get the $655? I'm glad you asked. Because that is the key, isn't it? Let's just say for a moment, now see, I know the $655 is already here. You don't know that yet because you haven't done this. Everybody I've ever seen do this found the money within a couple of months. I could come to your house and you could lay all your expenses out in front of me and I could find the $655. It would severely pain your flesh, but we could do it. You wouldn't like me anymore. You'd talk bad about me. Trust me, I can find it. And I can do it in the least destructive way, the least damage. Church, don't tell me it can't be done. There are things that we spend money on that will just shock you. When you start getting your arms around it by doing this and seeing the detail, you'll be shocked at where you spend money. But let's just say you can't. I can only find 300. I can't find 655. I can only find 300. Let's put 300 in here. Now look at our date, 5/11/2016. Everybody with me? Watch when I put 300 in here. Did y'all get it? 1 more year. Now, all you really smart folks are that his math's all messed up. Let me tell you something. I threaten my programmers. If the math in this thing ain't right, I'm taking your firstborn and cutting her toes off. Because when they first started showing me this, I'm going, what? This is years ago. I said, what are you talking about? Listen, there are some very sophisticated algorithms in this thing. Look at what they have to do to make this work. They've got to calculate all this interest. For short periods of time, they have to figure out how much interest you're going to have to pay and then apply it to every debt going down. It's got to cascade down all those debts. It's a very sophisticated piece of software in that sense. Doesn't look all that sophisticated looking at this screen. Trust me, the guts behind that are extremely sophisticated to get that done. I invite you to check the math. If you're a math whiz or you know somebody who is, go ahead and check it out. It's right. We've had it tested. I didn't trust them at first. I said, you guys are nuts. One more year. You say, well, I just don't have. And I'm really going to surprise you now. I don't have. If I quit doing Starbucks, that's only $125 a month. Y'all watching the date? 6 more months. Well, what if you're just really hard to get along with? You just don't want to do this, so you say, I'm going to put $1 in my fast track fund. Oh, yeah. Check it out. I dare you. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give anybody in here $1,000 that can prove it wrong. I will. I'll give you $1,000 cash. Now, everybody in here is going to go try to prove it wrong, aren't you? Look, guys, there's a secret to this. Look at what happens now. With $1, it takes 13 months just to pay JCPenney off instead of 2. It rearranges how the debts get paid off. But here's what's happening. Once you pay JCPenney off, you don't have $1 anymore. You have $66. All of a sudden, the snowball starts picking up and rolls it up. You know what this tells you? You got to do something. If you can do 10%, you're going to love it. But if you can't, look, here's the only thing. Stick to the amount. If you're going to do $100 a month, do it. If you're going to do $200, do it. But remember my 7 steps? Focus on the details of your plan. Anybody remember the rest of it? Obey the disciplines of your plan. Execute. Persevere. Execute your plan. Stay with it. That's the key, guys. Anybody in this room can do this. Don't tell me you can't find $5, $10, $100 every month that goes by. So now it's going to take us, 7 years, a little more than 7 years and 8 months to do that. But I like the 10% better. Go back to 5.5 years. This is something that people have done. Using this system will get you out of debt in short order. Now, let me give you an added bonus. I call it added value. When you start this process, now I can't explain this to you in the natural. It's supernatural. I have emails from all over the world. England, other places that people have done this. Here's what they tell me. After they've proven themselves faithful and done this for a couple of years, God starts accelerating it. You move in faith and all kinds of resources start showing up. God gave us an extra $2,000. We're going to pay it on this debt. And you go in, tell the software you did it. We put an extra $1,000 on our target debt this month. Boom, it's gone. And what people will write me emails and say, my thing showed 5 years and 9 months, and we got a debt in 3 years and 4 months. Did you know that I've never? Now I'd have to go and look but I never remember an email that says, it said I was going to get out of debt in 5 years, and I got out of debt in 9 years doing exactly what you told me. You do this, you get out of debt. It's just that simple. Now guys, that software, it's worth the money. What the software does, it's not magic and it's not God. What the software does is it provides a reference of discipline for you to stay after it. It gives you information on a daily basis that keeps you on track. Now let's look at something else. We've got a few minutes left. More tools. I had them put these tools in there just to help you. This first one right here is a retirement calculator. You see this? Now watch what we did here. This is kind of neat. This is small, so I'll have to read it to you. That top one said, this is a retirement calculator. That says inflation rate. Here it says 2%. We put 2%. I have 2% in here because that's about the rate of inflation over the last few years. Annual income desired at retirement. Here's what you're telling the software. I want to make X number of dollars per year when I retire. So let's go in here. How much does somebody want to make when they retire? Now, be reasonable. Anybody want to make $50,000? Okay. $50,000 a year when I retire. Okay, we put that in. Then we come down here and say number of years you will have to invest. Is anybody in here 35 years old? Close to it. How old are you, Ashley? 33. What? 33. Ashley and Carly have 32 years left till they're 65, right? They're going to invest. We're going to use them. They're going to do this for 32 years. That's how much time they have to invest. The estimated return on investment, this is how much interest they're going to get on their invested money for retirement. I've got 6% here. You want me to change that? You want it lower? All right. What do you want? 4? Good. Okay, 4%. You can pretty much get 4%. I can show you where to do that. All right, and I'm going to hit the calculate button. And when I do, it's going to fill in all 4 of these yellow boxes right here. Annual, the first one says account balance at retirement. This is how much money will be in the account. Got it? This one over here is how much money it will spend. The 2% inflation, it affects it this way, guys. If this comes up to be $100,000 right here, this over here will probably be somewhere around $50,000 or $60,000. Here's what that tells you. Your $100,000, because of 2% inflation for 32 years, is now only worth $60,000. Y'all with me? That's all the inflation number does for you. This is monthly amounts needed to reach income goal. This is how much money you're going to have to put in the account every month to get to your goal. Okay? That's a pretty neat piece of software. It does all the work for you. You just tell it what you want. So let's go in here and hit the calculate button. And there we go. Here's how much money that they're going to have. Their account balance at retirement will be $1.250 million. Look at this. Monthly amount needed to reach income goal, $1604.03. Now, somebody asked me the question, where are you going to get $1604.03? That's a lot of money, isn't it? Every month, you got to put that away to be able to retire on $50,000 a year. Now, let me ask this question. How long can we draw $50,000 a year? Somebody's smart over here. How long? Yes. In perpetuity. As long as this account stays at 4%, you can do this forever. Never have to worry about running out of money. Watch this. That's $1,604. Let me tell you where you're going to get it. You paid off your debt. Now your fast track fund availability is what? You paid off all your debt. You've established your emergency fund. You've got about $3,000 a month that's now available to invest. Okay? So 1604 is not that difficult to come up with, is it? All right, now, watch this. Let's look at it from another perspective. I'll go over here to the investment income calculator. This time, I'm going to tell the software how much money I have to invest. Let's say we paid off all the debt and we got $3,000 a month. There's our 2% inflation rate. We're going to do it at 4%. We're going to do it for 32 years because it's Ashley and Carly doing this because they're young. This number right here is your retirement accounts and how much money they've already got in it. This particular family that we just did here, let's just say that Ashley and Carly have $12,000 in their retirement accounts when they start this. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to hit calculate. Here's what it's going to tell me. The monthly income at retirement that's available to you and your account balance at the end. Watch this. $7,936 a month in perpetuity.